Hey guys, welcome back to Puffet Lauda, and welcome back to Steam Prison, where we are with Edna, and we are getting our blood taken out for some reason or another. Are there vampires in this game? I don't know. I have a feeling that, like, maybe, well, I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. It's just because I don't like them, but I should probably give them the benefit of a doubt, so let's just get into it. Glacade produced an empty syringe and checked the needle. With his other hand, he touched my arm and looked for a vein on the inside of my elbow. What the fuck? What are you gonna do? Just stabbed? Like... Red blood was drawn up into the syringe. Glacade put the syringe into a special container and applied a small gauze to the wound. Also, didn't we tell, this was like a long time ago, like beginning of the whole playthrough, but like when we were down there, didn't like Finn, like back when we fought Sir Burger and we had to get like patched up and stuff, didn't Finn or like somebody explain like, oh yeah, like we don't have like the antibodies so we can't accept blood transfusions? Like, so then why would you take blood from me? That doesn't seem right. Like, what if something happens, then I can't... Well, I guess maybe, you know what? Maybe Glacade is, like, prepping ahead of time, because they're like, oh, what if Creamu gets into an accident? Then we at least have some of her blood to, I don't know, make a concoction so that she can accept transfusions from herself? I don't know. He held the gauze down and wrapped bandages around it. The bleeding stopped quickly. Wow, he's so skillful. They'd taught us first aid procedures as police officers, and I had helped Adage with bandages as well. It had always taken me much longer to apply bandages, and it looked much cruder. Glacade pulled out a small bag and handed it to me. What is this? Don't you need to be paid for this? Okay, I will. Glacade smiled and said goodbye. Then he left. Medicine, huh? Glacade had recommended it, but I was reluctant to take something I didn't know the true nature of. I'm quite healthy. There's no reason to take it. Besides, I was living with Adage, a doctor. He could look at me if it was necessary. Exactly! Oh my god! Why didn't you just say that in the first place? She didn't say anything! Like, Glacade looked at this and was like, oh, you live here? That's nice. Like he didn't think... Creamu literally was living off the streets like a week ago, and now all of a sudden she's like made it? I don't know. Sorry, Glacade. I'll only take this once I feel sick. It's probably a good idea. Alright, time to attend to my tomatoes. I looked at the patch. The lizard had disappeared. That's good. Now I don't have to worry about it while I work. The rays of the sun warmed my back as I resumed work in the vegetable garden. A few days passed. Adage had sent me to the sanctuary district in order to buy ingredients for medicine. I had all the usual ingredients. I was only waiting on the more unusual items. A rat's tail. What does he need that for? I wasn't sure whether I wanted to know. The shopkeeper returned as I pondered the strange situation. Oh, thank you. Good. She put it in a bag and I can't see the contents. It's alright. I trust you. Yes, thank you. My sweet Adage. Had to smile at the cute way she talked about him. The shopkeeper stepped forward and whispered, Oh, Jesus! At night? Oh my god, woman! Who asks these questions? Good? At night? I wondered what she was talking about. People usually get robbed at night, so she must be talking about fighting. Adage probably can't fight. No, if anything, I'm better. Oh no! Creamo!
おお、そいつは意外だ。いや、可愛い顔してやるもんだね。
Oh no! Now there's gonna be a rumor that Adage is like overpowered in bed. Like, the shopkeeper laughed and slapped me on the back.
でも私は第一子は男の子がいいって思ってるからね。アダージェちゃんには頑張ってもらわないと。
Oh God. Uh-huh. The first one. Did I misunderstand the situation? Excuse me.
そういや知ってるかい？最近流行ってるらしいよ。人さらい。
Kidnappings?
そうそう。なんでも若い女と子供ばかり狙うやつがいるそうだ。物騒だね、まったく。
Oh
あんたも
God.
気をつけなよ。いいね。
Oh God, is it gonna be like Raylith and Merlot's murderer or something? Yes, thank you. Young women and children. Is that what happened to Raylith and Merlot? I wanted to avenge them if I could. But you don't have a sword. Yeah, but there's nothing I can do without a sword. I resolve to be careful. Please actually be careful this time and not be an idiot. Yep, those are all the supplies I need. Let's go back to Adage's. What was that scream? And what is that? More noise was coming from one of the back streets. I wanted to know what was happening. No, Creamo, move on. Is it a kidnapping? I wasn't able to do anything unarmed, but nobody else was going to help them. God damn it, Creamo! Okay, let's go. You're gonna... Oh my God. It was over here. I saw hounds' uniforms and hid. I only poked my head out to see what was happening.
ごめんなさい。許してください。
バーカ！誰が許すかよ。
Yikes.
おいおい、手加減してやれよ。未来ある子供だぜ。
何言ってんだよ。罪人のガキに未来なんてあるかよ。おら
Creamo! This is horrible. I have to hurry up and save his life. But I had no sword. I have to convince them to stop. I hid the supplies in the shadows. That should work. It's not gonna work. They were from the hounds, but they weren't Burger. Perhaps I was able to talk them out of it. I need to be careful that I don't provoke them. Hoping for the best, I approached them openly. I'm sorry, may I ask what's happening here?
はあ？誰だてめえは。
I live here. I heard screams and came to investigate. What's happening?
こいつは。
The boy, noticing that the man from the hounds was distracted, jumped up and ran towards me. A different man grabbed him as he ran past.
おった、逃がすものか。
離せ！
What did the boy do?
窃盗だよ。俺たちのものを盗もうとした。だからしつけてやってたんだ。
I see. Theft. That seems only fair. He must have tried to steal something important.
ああ、まあな。そのガキにはもったいない代物だ。
Still, he's only a child. Will you show him mercy?
慈悲だ？そんなもの誰が見せるかよ。盗みは病気だ。成功すれば癖となって治らん。その前に俺たちが強制してやらないとな。
Oh my God. Correct. I don't think I can convince them to let him go. I suppose I can accept that then. Would you let me punish him as well?
貴様も？
I nodded and approached the man holding the boy. If he hadn't attempted to steal, we wouldn't have had this disturbance in our neighborhood. He's disturbed the peace. A few scars should remind him of his misdeed.
へえ。あんた見かけによらずいい性格してんな。いいぜ、貸してやる。
The man drew his sword and handed it to me. Thank you very much.
やだ！やめて！
Really? I'm sorry I tricked you. I turned around and rammed the man in front of me to the ground. That went well. I need to act before they can regroup. I raised my sword to strike the other man. The man I thought I'd pushed to the ground was holding my arm. The sword fell to the ground.
どうなるかと思ったぜ。
I haven't lost yet. I twisted myself out of the man's restraining hold and grabbed the sword lying on the ground. I had a sword, but the men from the hounds were unhurt. I won't be able to escape if they call their friends. I need an opening.
そこまでだ。
お前は
That voice. I would have never forgotten that voice. Finn, is that you?
お久しぶりです。
Finn's in this one too! Oh shit! Oh shit! Is it like when he's crazy or is it like the normal Finn? Oh god. Our time apart had seemingly made my partner even more physically robust. His presence was tall and imposing. He was wearing a hound's uniform. You became a member of the hounds?
ええ。どうして彼らと小競り合いを？
I wanted to rescue the boy they're holding. Theft is unacceptable, but that's not reason enough for adults to gang up on him and abuse him.
わかりました。おい、彼を解放しろ。
は？だけど。
聞こえなかったのか？早く
Oh,
話してやれ。
he's like a captain or something.
わかった。ほらよ。
The boy, released by the hounds, dropped down onto the ground. I ran over to check on him. You're injured. Someone needs to look at this.
ハウンズの施設へ行きましょう。医師に頼めば手当てをしてくれるはず。
The hounds. It seemed wrong to me to go to the headquarters of the people who provoked it all. No, it's alright. I'll take him to my home and have him treated there.
いいえ。どこに住んでいるんですか？
Well, I wanted to tell him, but the other men of the hounds were still there. Finn smiled.
彼らのことは気にしないでください。黙るよう頼んでおきますから。
Really? Was Finn always like this? Something seems off. Oh god, it's a crazy Finn, isn't it? I thought about it and eyed the men from the hounds. They stood there wordlessly, observing me and Finn. I live on the outskirts of the sanctuary district. There's an old residential district area there. I live in the house with the red roof together with other people.
なるほど。後で会いに行ってもいいですか？
Yes, I don't mind. I thought about Adage. As long as I tell him about it, I don't think he'll be angry with me. Finn was my old partner and friend. If he wanted to see me, that seemed only fair to me.
ありがとうございます。それでは、後ほど。
Yes, thank you, Finn. Oh, the sword. I couldn't keep borrowing it. I walked over to the man I'd gotten it from. You can have the sword back. He grabbed my wrist as he sheathed my sword.
次に同じことをしてみろ。
Ooh.
その時は容赦しない。
Bye. I left without a word. There was no point in talking back. I gestured for the boy to follow me. I picked up the bags I had hidden in the shadows, and we headed back to the main road. It's a miracle nobody stole those. I didn't expect to meet Finn there. He was a member of the Hounds now. No, I shouldn't be surprised. I knew what would happen to him. I recalled the explanation I had gotten about Hounds recruits. Oh, flashback. Police officers always worked in pairs. If one of them was dishonorably charged, then the other was also discharged and assigned to the Hounds. The rule came into play and they sent Finn here. Why did I convince myself that it hadn't happened to him? He wasn't an exception. I told him I would come back to him, and this is how we meet. I felt guilty and turned around. He saw me look back, smiled, and waved his hand. It made me happy to see him smile the way he always had. I hope he doesn't hate me for it. I decided I was going to ask him when he came to visit me. I wanted to know what had happened to him since our goodbye in the Heights. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please, Finn, don't go on like a crazy psycho murdering spree or anything. God.
やっと言ったか。
Oh god. Kurimu had turned around a number of times before disappearing onto the main road.
やっと会えた。
Oh no!
俺は帰るべき場所だから会えたんだ。
Ugh. I was filled with happiness and wrath.
だけどこんな形で会いたくはなかった。いや、会うべきだったのかもな。
I lowered my head. Then slowly, I looked over at the other men. 1, 2, 3. I glared at them to keep them rooted to the spot.
ここで何をしていた？
それはあのガキが悪いんだよ。俺の持ち物を盗もうとしたから、それで制裁を加えてて。
そんなことは聞いていない。
Wee woo wee woo. This is your Pavlada trigger warning. What a surprise. Not really. We all knew that Finn was gonna go crazy at some point. So, if you don't want to see him brutally attack / murder all of these dudes, skip to the time shown on the screen. And if you want to experience the full story, then you can continue to watch as Finn goes fucking crazy. Well, Finn's about to kill all of them. Okay. I drew my sword and slashed across his stomach.
お前たちの理由なんてどうだっていい。
Well. And the second. This one I stabbed straight through the chest. He was dead almost instantly.
お前たちの命もどうだっていい。
And lastly.
生きたいか？
行きたいです。何でもしますから見逃してください。
何でもか。どうしようかな。
He's sounding like Burger.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
ダメだ。お前も殺す。ただし時間をかけてだ。
Oh god, Finn.
その汚い手で彼女に触れた。俺でも触れたことがないのに。おかしいな。間違ってるだろう。どうしてお前が。そんな権利絶対ないよな。
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
間違ってるだろ。
間違ってました。
そうだ、間違いだ。お前は間違ってた。よく認めた。偉いな。褒めてやる。だが生かしはしない。まずはその腕を切り落とす。彼女に触れた罪、償ってもらおう。
Oh, Jesus Christ. The right arm, then the left arm. The sword Krimu had chosen for me cut through muscles, sinew, and bone.
ああ、そうそう。彼女と話もしてたよな。嘘は嫌いだ。正直に言え。それでいい。だが、良くない。
Oh, God! I wanted to cut through his larynx, but misjudged the force of the strike. His head came almost completely off.
ああ、すまない。時間をかけるって約束したのにな。
I flicked away the blood on my sword. I could hear breathing and the sound of something dragging across the ground.
ああ、なるほど。
I walked over and stamped my foot down on him.
そんな体でどこへ逃げるつもりだ？俺からは逃げられない。絶対。
The sad thing is that he probably could have lived if he didn't move. I changed to a two-handed grip and rammed my sword through his back. Oh,
俺の
Jesus.
剣には毒が塗ってある。警察官時代の習慣だ。懐かしいだろ？この毒は麻痺の作用がある。あと発熱もあるかな。 要するに厄介な毒だ。本来は捕獲対象を無力化するために使うものだが、死んだ相手に語っても意味はないか。
I slowly pulled the sword free from the man's lifeless shell of flesh and bone. Also, can I just say, ew, to the sound effects? I feel just like the moistness. God, gross. They're trigger warning. Just slap one on right before all of this nonsense happened.
今度こそ殺した。全員殺した。あなたを傷つける者を排除できた。また会える。やっと会える。ようやく会える。もうすぐ会える。会いたかった。ずっと探していたんだ。あなたのこと。あなただけを。ああ、いけない。ダメだ。感動の再会だ。こんな血まみれの姿で会うわけにはいかない。
I'm glad the voice actor sounds like he's having fun.
施設へ戻って血を流して着替えよう。それから花も持っていこう。きっと喜んでくれるはずだ。はあ、楽しみだな。
God, Finn. Oh, Lord. Adage!
どうした何があった？
He was attacked by the hounds in the side street. Help him.
わかった。任せろ。診察台へ寝かせてくれ。
What a nice guy. Huh. Like, he literally went like, how, why, oh, what's wrong? Alright.
でも
Don't worry. The man's going to look at the pain. The boy looked back and forth between me and Adage. Then, having made up his mind, he walked with me. I lifted him up onto the examination table.
打ち傷に、捻挫に。
いた！
我慢しろ。それから。
So mean. Without wasting a moment, Adage examined the boy. I held the boy's hand, trying to reassure him, and told him he was going to be alright. Can you save him?
当たり前だ。この程度命に別状はない。
Good. Good.
しかし、どうしてこんな怪我を？いくらハウンズでも、あのリーダー以外は理由なく子供に手を挙げない。
それは、その...
The boy looked at me pleadingly. I encouraged him to tell the truth.
僕の家、お金がないから、お父さんの役に立ちたくて、盗もうとしたんだ。
Ugh. And we're gonna stop here. Jesus Christ. Now we have to deal with Finn's crazy ass. God damn it. Literally, we have the creepy vampire doctor who, like, I know nothing about. And then we have Finn who's gone cuckoo bananas. He's gonna see that we're living with another man and he's gonna be like, no, this can't happen. I need to kill him. Like, oh god. This is such a mess. And now we have a child in our hands. Like, oh my god. Oh, next episode, I guess we'll hear the full reason as to why the child decided to steal something. Well, I guess he kind of just said it here. But, I don't know. We'll just heal the child and hopefully Finn won't show up and we'll be okay. Or, if Finn is going to show up, I hope it's not during a kiss scene like what happened with Eltcreed. Because then Eltcreed, yeah, you know, whatever.